Hello everyone, my name is Dave. My wife Diane is taking this video and we're going to do a video documentation of the building of our new race car venture. It will be raced in the East Coast Timing Association Land Speed Racing venue, primarily in Wilmington, Ohio. The various classes of cars allow any type of car you can imagine, and we've chosen to run in a category called AA, blown fuel streamliner. Now, what that really means, AA is the largest engine that you can race. Blown fuel means it'll be supercharged and we're running on methanol alcohol. It becomes a streamliner because large parts of the body, or the wheels and tires, will be covered. What you can see right here, right now, is the beginning of the frame. Basically, this is almost the end of the frame. There's a large structure here that gets covered with an aluminum shell, and the wheels and tires and brakes go right here in the front. This center section gets loaded up with a variety of devices: a fuel tank, a water cooling tank, an oil tank, and then this is the basic engine. This engine is sitting here as a mock-up engine so that we can get our lines and levers and hoses and stuff cut to made and put in place. This car uses a 3-disc clutch and a 3-speed Lenco transmission. The basic engine is held in place with aluminum engine plates, so this engine will have no movement relative to the frame at all. The roll cage area right here is where I'll be sitting, and that's basically where my head will be. And the helmet is hanging there right now so that I can develop a padded structure to go around my head so that my head can't move side to side in any type of a mishap with the vehicle. The other safety equipment that will be weared in the car will also be 3-inch seat belts and what's called a Hans device to prevent my head from whiplashing forward and backwards in case of some sort of vehicle incident. The side to side is controlled by the padding that'll be next to the helmet, and the helmet is sitting where I would sit. Now I have to fabricate and make the support system to hold the foam that actually becomes the padding. The rear axle in this car is a little unique because we're going to be racing 1 mile or 1.5 miles. This is like a short version of Bonneville Salt Flats out in Utah. And you don't go quite as fast, and you don't have quite as much distance, but you are racing on a concrete surface. The Wilmington, Ohio area that we're racing on is an airport. It's a runway of an airport that's not being used, and the East Coast Timing Association has leased that runway for us to race on. So when we're out there, we will be getting a reasonable distance to get up to speed. We're hoping this particular car to go between 250 and 300 miles an hour, which is, reasonably fast, not considering by all standards of land speed racing, but in a relative sense, 250, 280 miles an hour is pretty fast. So as the car continues to develop, our engine is being assembled in another portion of the shop. The rear end is sitting over in the corner over there, and we can take a little picture of that. Very unique rear end, specifically designed in order to do land speed racing. This frame, it may look a little unusual, but it's actually an old alcohol funny car frame that I built probably 30 years ago at least, when I raced National Hot Rod Association alcohol funny car class. After running it as an alcohol funny car class, I moved it into a fuel altered class. So the chassis and the various parts have gone pretty fast, and this just becomes a slightly different version of racing, but the speeds will be a little greater, but fortunately the car and myself have gone that fast previously. Now, as we develop this a little more and we start putting more equipment into the car, it's been taken apart so I can start doing some touch-up painting to it. We'll take other videos and we'll put them together online, and you can watch us as this experience evolves for us. We've got a nice complement of people that are working with us. A person that we'll show you in one of the videos is Tino Franciosi. He's my crew chief, and we'll eventually get him in here to talk to you guys a little bit about the engine we're developing, because that's his responsibility for me. So I think this will be it for today. This is our first shot of doing a video. We're going to try to put it online, see if anyone's interested, or if not, at least it's a record for ourselves. And someday my wife and I may look back at this and laugh or cry. I'm not exactly sure how it'll go. But right now we're both very excited about it. And if I get lucky, I'll get her to drive the car, but I'm not sure I can get that lucky. I don't think she wants to try it. So thank you for looking at our video. If you have a chance, and if you want to make comments to us, make them to us. And Diane or myself will respond back if you have any questions. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy our series of videos to come.